guys, welcome back. Another guitar. This is the Squier 40th Anniversary Vintage Edition Telecaster. And again, full disclaimer up front, I do not have any tie-ins to this guitar. This was not gifted to me or lent to me. It was purchased by me on my own dime. So I'm going to be as honest as I can, as I always try to be with the reviews. So in any event, this is the highest end of the Squier line, right? So you got your, what used to be Bullets that are now Sonics that start out as the lower priced Squiers. Then you have your Affinity line, which is the next line up. Then you have your Squier Contemporaries and Squier Classic Vibes, and those are the next tier. There was also a line called Paranormal, which has, crazy takes on guitars, maybe, a Jaguar with a Strat type, setup, or maybe a Telecaster with, crazy pickups and a different style headstock. It's Paranormal. And then you have this, which is the Squier 40th Anniversary Edition, supposedly only made in 2022. These were normally, at one point when they came out, they were $600. Then they were $499, which I think is the suggested retail or map on the guitar. But they have had a price reduction, and now Musician's Friend and Guitar Center are selling these for $299.99, which is, in my opinion, the right price point for the guitar. I mean, it's a really, really good quality Squier guitar, and I think that's a fair price. But in any event, let's talk about the guitar. So, it is, again, the Vintage Edition. Now, I will do another video at some point where I'm going to compare the Vintage Edition of the Squier 40th Anniversary line with the Gold Edition. They have two versions, Gold Edition and Vintage Edition. The Gold Edition is just that, gold appointments and other things, which I'll go over when I do the video. This is the Vintage Edition, and this has satin finishes to all of the guitars. So I don't know how well you can see that in the camera, but you see a little bit of the wood through the guitar. It is a satin finish on the neck as well as the body of the guitar. It has black binding on the front and back of the guitar, which is a nice touch, nice feature. This color is described as satin vintage blonde. In my opinion, it's more of a light mustard yellow, in my opinion. But again, I'm colorblind, so. But it's not white. And it's not, vintage blonde, in my opinion. Although blonde has yellow in it, I guess. So, yeah, let's call it that. All right. In any event, the neck on the guitar, it appears to be a roasted maple neck. But they mention no roasting at all on the Fender Squier description. They just say it's a, how do they describe this thing? A vintage satin finish on the neck. So it has a darker finish to it because it's stained, but it's a very, very comfortable neck. I would say it's a typical C shape, very comfortable, not thick, not ultra thin, but beautiful. I think it's just right. I really like the neck feel on the guitar. And again, no gloss at all, so those of you that don't like gloss finishes on necks, you'll be happy. It has the skunk stripe for the maple fretboard. It also comes with a embossed Squier 40th Anniversary neck plate on the back of the guitar. As you can see, it's a string-through bridge. Has the traditional Tele saddle on the bridge. 3-saddle stainless, not stainless steel, but a 3-steel saddle bridge. The hardware on this guitar is aged hardware. So it's designed to look like, the guitar's been played, right? And I don't know, again, how well you can see it, but it almost looks like the hardware is haze. There's a haze to it. So what they must do is buff it or sand it down to give it that, that aged finish. The tuners are the same. So that's the whole vintage look, right? Matte finish, this aged chrome hardware on the guitar. Otherwise, and it's got an black anodized pickguard on this guitar. A bone nut. What else do we have to talk about? I mentioned that it's this tinted maple fretboard, right? And finish on the guitar. It's a Naoto or Nato, whatever you want to call it, body wood for the guitar. 21 narrow tall frets. These are Fender branded Alnico pickups, Alnico 5s on the guitar, which are nice. These are the same as the Classic 5 series. And it's your typical Telecaster stylings and appointments on the guitar. So you have the slanted bridge installed pickup. You have your what looks like a lipstick style pickup, although it's not, single in the neck. It's a 3-way switch, volume and tone. One volume and tone. Now, what else do we have to talk about? I mentioned the aged look to the metal on the guitar, the chrome on the guitar. The tuners. Yeah, these are standard Squier tuners. They're like, I guess, Goto style, vintage tuners, you can see here. And the tuners are great, actually, on this guitar. Really, really nice. They lock in beautifully, no slippage, hold tune well. I have no issues at all with the stock tuners on the guitar. I think I covered everything. I'm just trying to think. I don't think I missed anything in terms of the features. Now, elephant in the room, if you don't like heavy guitars, this might not be the guitar for you. The first thing I noticed when I pulled this out of the box was the weight of this guitar. And it weighs about 8 pounds, 9 ounces. Some vary, some may be slightly heavier. So this thing feels to me almost like a Les Paul in terms of body weight. It doesn't have any neck dive. It's comfortable to play. No belly cut on this guitar, as you can see. It's in line with traditional vintage Squiers that didn't have belly carves. Nothing on the front, nothing on the back. But it is a comfortable guitar. It's just that it's heavy. It weighs. It's got some weight to it. So again, if you're somebody that has a bad back or somebody that doesn't want a heavier guitar, wants a lighter bodied guitar, this might not be the one for you. But I really, really love the feel of the neck on this guitar. So let's talk about the sounds, or show you the sounds. So I'll just play this a little bit clean, then I'll put on some distortion sounds, and you can hear what the pickups sound like. And again, hopefully they'll be somewhat clear with my little 40-watt amp that I'm playing through over here. So in any event, let's start out. Neck pickup. Now middle position, which are both neck and bridge. And finally, just the bridge pickup. Some individual notes, clean. I'll play the neck, middle, and then bridge. Okay, and now we'll put on some distortion. and some notes. So, quick tones, quick sounds. Bottom line, if you're looking for a budget but step up in terms of quality of guitars for a Telecaster style guitar, I think you can't go wrong for $299. If you could find these for $299.99, they're great guitars, made well, solidly built. The sounds are fine as far as I'm concerned. You know, I'm a novice at-home player. These pickups I'm going to keep. The bridge pickup I really, really like. The neck pickup is fine. I've read on forums a lot of complaints that they feel it might be a little dark, a little bit muddy. But again, you can always replace pickups on these guitars. For me and my abilities, these pickups are more than adequate. The tuners on here are great tuners. They keep the guitar in tune. You know, the electronics, it's a budget guitar. I mean, you're not going to get, you know, super detailed variants on the volume knob and the tone knobs when you know, step up and step down. They tend to just drop, right, like inexpensive electronics do. But they're still fine. I mean, this guitar as is perfect. If you're buying it for yourself, just to have an extra telly on hand, for someone to learn on, as an extra guitar, students, whatever the case is, these are fantastic buys. This 40th anniversary edition, as well as Classic Vibes, which these guitars are very comparable to. So, if you have any questions on this guitar, put them below. If you find these videos helpful, please subscribe. And as always, guys, until the next time, be well and stay safe. Take care.